Hello, happy Saturday evening. I'm just adjusting cameras. I have two of them. So, how is it for everybody on this Saturday? How was your Saturday? What did you do? I've been chilling. I watched, some of you can see, it's college football. It's Saturday. And Notre Dame just poor Syracuse. They just had no chance. We broke multiple records for highest score in the first quarter, highest score in the half, highest overall score. I don't remember all of them. Maybe not highest overall, but it was 70 something to 7 with I think we actually let them score in the final minute because they obviously didn't resist it very much. The second half, I didn't watch much of the game. I had it on, but I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention because at that point it was, coming into second half, it was 49-0. So, yeah, it was no more challenge from there. We were playing all of our freshmen, which is great for them, but it's such a blowout like that when it's not a big rival team. I kind of feel bad, and I really believe that they let them score that last touchdown because I kind of caught the last play right before they scored, and they were on it was 3rd and goal, and they kind of just walked in. So I don't think our defense put up a whole lot of effort at that point. But the beginning of the game was just crazy awesome. 2 plays, we got a pick 6. They had first possession, obviously. In the first 10, well, not even. Before the first quarter, our offense hadn't even been on the field, and it was 21-0. We got a pick 6, another turnover, and then another pick 6. I don't remember, the second one was an interception. Our offense hadn't even been on the field. It was crazy. But, yeah, so it was a great win, great style points, great for us for the playoffs, Anyway, so I'm talking about, I don't know if you've caught my lives the last couple days. I've been talking a lot about energy and environment and how our energy affects people and, the energy in your home, things like that. And how do you tell when the energy in your home is not healthy? If you're not aware and not in touch, and it's you that's dysregulated, you may not realize that. Or if it's not you in the home, somebody else's energy is off, or it could be residual, generational. The structures can hold that energy. Obviously, you've been into old places or into old museums, and you can feel it when you walk in, that the energy is held by the structure. And how do you know when it gets to that point that you need to do something about it, that you need a reset, that you need to pay attention to what's going on inside your home? there are a lot of things. I mean, like I said, you can tell when you walk into a place that something's off. It's maybe a little harder when it's your own home because you might not notice it as quickly. But if I notice when I walk into any space, if I'm paying attention, if it's not my own space, I may not be paying attention if I'm going, if I'm out in public, unless something is very distinct and is like huge warning bells or red flags, then I may not pay so much attention. But when I walk into a small, intimate space, yes, absolutely. Or if I walk in and my spidey sense is going nuts, obviously I'm going to be aware. But when my kids were little and I was in the midst of decades of abuse and control and trauma, I didn't know that the energy in my home was not okay. But obviously it was not, because nobody was regulated. But you can tell, because I mean, I didn't want to go home, if I was like out visiting with my parents, or we had holidays over there or something, or if I was just like going to the grocery store. I remember a lot not wanting to go home. Just that dread, that almost like suffocation, because you can't breathe when the energy in the home is off, especially if it's continuous, and you're living, it's like you feel oppressed, and you really are. Um, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells all the time, those are definite signs that the energy in your home is not healthy and not conducive to your health, mentally, physically, spiritually, energetically. And that's why I've been talking about this suite of new offers that I have, because it allows you to pick and choose where you're at, different kinds of resets that give you the space to make it personal, because it is very personal. And, if it's just you need a quick reset because you feel it in your body, and it isn't necessarily something long term or that's residual energy in your home, we can do that quick reset. If it is, long term or residual, or you feel like if we moved into a new home, a new to you home, you might feel residual energy or generational energy. And that's when the the short in-home visit could be really beneficial, because I can come in and clear the home of energy, clear it, neutralize it, just move it so it all that low level vibration and frequency is not there. But when you're living in it, we can also do that, because coming in and clearing and shifting the energy in the home affects everybody that's in it, because that's your sanctuary. That's your space that you spend, well, maybe not most of your time, but lots of your time. That's where you go home to have that sanctuary, have space to breathe and relax and just let your guard down. But if the energy in your home is not aligned and if it's out of calibration with your family, then it's not going to feel like that sanctuary. And I can come in and reset the energy and the environment in the home. And then there's the longer in-home visit where I work with everybody in the home, because anybody that's out of alignment themselves or dysregulated is creating that energy and feeling it. You're all feeling it. So that's just what this new suite of offers is about, because it's so vital. We need that space that feels like sanctuary, that feels like home. It's not about so much the structure, but it's the feeling and the energy. And if you pay attention as you go about your day in different environments and in different things, pay attention to what you feel and how the energy feels, and that makes you more aware of it. And then when you're at home, pay attention. And if it's something intense, in the moment that you feel dysregulated or you feel those red flags and warning signs, you can do super quick resets, like taking a moment to pause and do the box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Or removing yourself, if it's that intense, remove yourself, because you just simply don't belong in that energy if it affects you that badly. But there are tools and tricks and tips and skills that you can learn to reset yourself in the moment. But as far as the energy in your home, that's something that, takes intention and skill and understanding how to move energy and how to neutralize it and bring in a different frequency and to stabilize and recalibrate the people in it. So that's what I'm doing with these new offers. If you're interested, comment reset, or there's a link in the description or in my bios if you want to just go directly and book, or if you want to message me directly and ask more questions, just let me know. Especially with holidays coming up, it's a big thing. You're going to have other people coming in and out of your home probably, and having it reset before you have new people in, or have friends and family coming and going, and then possibly after, because we leave residual energy everywhere we go. So those are two big things when you're having different people coming in and you're living in it on a daily basis. So you need it to be reset and understand how to keep it in a neutral or higher vibration. And then, like, when you have other people coming in and out, is another really good time for it. Or when somebody's going through something, if somebody has had a specific trauma, or if you're dealing with generational traumas, or you're dealing with mental health issues, or addiction, or loss, or grief, any of that causes us to be out of balance and not calibrated and not in line with our own center and our own soul. And that's when, that's when we're dysregulated, when we're not in alignment. So it's really powerful, powerful work, and it doesn't take lots of time. So that's the really cool thing about it. So have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. If I can remember how to end it.